Hey y'all, what's happening? Back like I left something. I ain't even want to like even put no exposure to this fat face bitch, man. I didn't. For one, it's bitches like this that make the city look bad. Real talk, man. Like, like you was leaving a 3-year old and a 2-year old in the house by themselves. Really? Like you wanted some meat that bad that you was leaving these babies in the house by themselves and you was checking up on them once a day with feces all over the house, all over the wall, all over the kids. And one of them end up leaving, getting hurt. The 2-year-old is no longer, man, because of your trifling ass ways, man. And the nigga you was going to see, I know he couldn't, he didn't know nothing about you leaving them babies in the house by themselves. It was probably a different man every time. Ain't no telling. You so trifling, you do not deserve no babies, man. Real talk. Who do that? This penguin looking man, it's people out here wish they could have babies, but this penguin looking bitch, goddamn it, just leave these babies at. Man, why you didn't just give them up for adoption, man? Look at you. You look hungry right now, man. Shit don't make no sense, man. Let's get into this trifling, man.
A mother is now facing charges over the death of her child. We'll break down this case coming up right here on your News at 5. We start first this afternoon with this 2-year-old daughter found dead over the weekend. And that begins our newscast here at 5. Thanks for joining us. I'm Birshel Edman.
And I'm Dan Spieler. Fox 59's Jesse Wells got a hold of court records today that detail just how this case came to light.
Police were first called to this apartment building behind me by the victim's mother, who reported finding her daughter unresponsive under a dresser. Court records claim that mother admitted to neglecting her kids, who were living in filth.
Under a dresser? Wow. I have no sympathy for just like you, man. This is like that don't deserve no sympathy, man. For some meat. And if I just pray that nigga didn't know you was that trifling. Because if he did, he a trifling ass nigga. But I'm quite sure you said you had a babysitter. I'm quite sure that's what your trifling ass said. Now the precious 2-year-old baby is gone.
Here on the ground floor of this apartment building near Shadeland and Fall Creek, 2-year-old Skylar Gardner died Saturday night. Police claim the little girl and her young sibling were living in horrific conditions, with the apartment floor and walls covered in feces amidst a stench of rotting food. According to this affidavit, the girl's mother, Chantel Gardner, told police she left her young children home alone for several hours every day and night while she spent time at her boyfriend's house.
Clearly, the state has a good case to show that she was neglect of a dependent.
Attorney Mario Masalamani isn't connected to the case, but says while Indiana law
Nigga, that's heartbreaking, dog. Straight up, man. That is so sickening, dog. Like, for real? Man, somebody should put some in your ass, man. Real talk. That's just wild. What the hell? But yeah, that was wild, though. I don't get it, man.
law doesn't specify an exact age at which a child can be left home alone. Parents can be charged with neglect if they abandon their children, deprive them of necessary support, or leave them in a situation that endangers their life.
The law doesn't specify a specific age because the law doesn't want to specify an age. In this situation, you have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. Clearly, they're not able to stay by themselves.
Police say Gardner confessed she came back to the apartment once a day to feed her 2 kids and often found them covered in feces. Gardner admitted she knew she was neglecting her kids, but insisted she never physically harmed the children herself.
So in neglect of a dependent, you don't have to show that she intentionally tried to harm them. She just put them in a situation that it risked their lives.
While it's not clear exactly how the 2-year-old girl died, doctors at Riley Hospital say they found a large puncture wound to her neck and her whole body was covered in bruises. Finally, the suspect is being held on a $100,000 bond. She's due in court for an initial hearing later this week. Jesse Wells.
Man, they need to hold her on a $5 million bond. Real talk. Like how you do something like that? Like it ain't nothing that serious. And you sitting up there leaving these babies unattended. Like who do shit like that, man? Like you was that desperate? You couldn't have been that desperate, little mama. You couldn't have been. It's not that serious, man. No matter what, probably in your situation, it probably was. It was probably you probably felt like that's the only nigga that'll holler at you because of the way you really live, because you knew you was trifling, and that's wild, man. Wow, man. This is 1942, man. I can't do nothing but shake my head. I'm out, man.
To me, nigga, you ain't gonna talk shit to me, homie. You ain't gonna even act like you want to talk shit to me when you see me in your presence, nigga. When you see me in your presence, nigga, you down there better motherfucking bow your head down, nigga. Humble yourself.